After years of speculation, whispers, and endless rumors, the gospel music world finally got the truth. At 53, Sinach, one of the most celebrated voices of faith, has broken her silence about her husband, revealing details that no one saw coming. You won't believe what she finally confirmed and why it has left fans stunned across the globe. Stay tuned because this is where everything changes. For years, fans have speculated about Sinach's private life, especially her marriage. Social media buzzed with questions and headlines hinted at secrets behind the serene smile we see on stage. But now, after decades of keeping her personal life close to her chest, Sinach has chosen to speak out. And what she revealed is nothing short of astonishing. In this video, we're diving deep into the truths she finally confirmed about her husband. The stories that were whispered behind closed doors, the rumors that refused to die, and the moments that shaped her life off stage. You won't believe what happened next, because the details she shared changed everything we thought we knew. From unexpected challenges in her marriage to the moments that strengthened her faith, we'll uncover it all. And by the end of this video, you'll see Sinach not just as the global gospel sensation we admire, but as a woman whose personal journey is as powerful as her music. So stay with us, because the full story is finally coming to light, and it's far more revealing than anyone imagined. Before we dive into the revelations about her husband, it's important to understand the journey that made Sinach a household name. Born in Nigeria, Sinach's musical talent was evident from a young age. She began singing in church choirs, where her voice not only captivated congregations, but also became a beacon of hope for many. Over the years, her songs like Waymaker and I Know Who I Am transcended borders, turning her into one of the most recognized gospel artists in the world. But while her career soared, her personal life remained shrouded in mystery. Unlike many celebrities who openly share details about their relationships, Sinach kept her marriage deeply private. Fans and media outlets speculated endlessly. Who is the man behind the woman whose songs have inspired millions? What is the story of the marriage that shaped her heart, yet stayed out of public view? Rumors range from whispers of a secret marriage to claims that her husband preferred to stay entirely out of the limelight. Some speculated that the secrecy was strategic, perhaps a way to protect her family from the pressures of fame. Others wondered if there were struggles behind closed doors that she didn't want the world to see. What makes this part of Sinach's story so compelling is how she managed to maintain her authenticity while keeping her personal life guarded. It's not easy to live in the spotlight and maintain such discretion. Fans felt connected to her music, but the person she loved and shared her life with remained almost entirely invisible. And just when everyone thought they might never know the truth, Sinach finally decided it was time to speak. But what she revealed about her husband was not just confirmation of rumors. It was a narrative that challenged everything fans thought they knew about her life off stage. But that's not all. What she disclosed next not only shocked fans, it completely redefined the story of her marriage and her personal journey. And this is where it gets unbelievable. For years, fans were left guessing about Sinach's husband. There were rumors, whispers, and even false stories circulating on social media. Some claimed he was a fellow musician. Others said he was a businessman who preferred to remain entirely in the shadows. The truth, as Sinach revealed, is far more compelling, and in many ways, far more inspiring than anyone could have imagined. Sinach confirmed that her husband is not just a supportive partner, but someone who has been a pillar of strength throughout her journey. In an exclusive statement, she described him as a man of profound faith, humility, and unwavering loyalty. While the world only saw the glitz and the grandeur of her concerts, awards, and global tours, it was her husband who quietly provided the foundation that allowed her to thrive. What makes this revelation particularly shocking to fans is the level of discretion he maintained. Unlike many high-profile spouses of global stars, he deliberately chose to stay out of the public eye. He avoided interviews, social media, and even public appearances during major events. According to Sinach, this was never about secrecy for secrecy's sake. It was about protecting their family and ensuring that their marriage remained sacred, private, and free from the pressures of fame. But the surprises don't end there. Sinach also revealed that her husband has played a major role in the creation of some of her most beloved songs. Though he was never credited, his insights, encouragement, and spiritual guidance influenced the lyrics, melodies, and the heartfelt messages that fans around the world now cherish. Without him, Sinach admitted, some of her most iconic songs might never have come to life. Yet, despite this deep partnership, there were challenges. Sinach openly acknowledged the pressures of balancing a global career with family life. The demands of touring, recording, and ministry often meant long separations, yet their bond endured. She described moments when doubts crept in, when the weight of public scrutiny threatened to overshadow the personal connection she shared with her husband. Fans who had imagined a perfect, effortless marriage were surprised to learn that, like everyone else, Sinach faced struggles. And she navigated them with faith, patience, and resilience. And just when it seemed we had a complete picture of her husband's supportive nature, Sinach dropped another revelation that left her audience speechless. She hinted at a specific incident early in their marriage that tested their relationship in ways most could never imagine. And the way they overcame it redefined what true partnership really means. But what was this life-changing event? What happened behind closed doors that shaped their bond forever? That's the story we dive into next, and it's where the real drama unfolds. Every marriage has its trials, but Sinach's revelation about a particular challenge early in her marriage left fans stunned. For years, rumors had circulated that fame and constant public attention had put pressure on her relationship. Many assumed that her husband, being a private man, might have struggled with the spotlight. But the truth, as Sinach revealed, went much deeper than anyone expected. She spoke candidly about a period when their marriage faced a test that could have changed everything. It was a time when personal doubts, career pressures, and public scrutiny collided in a perfect storm. Sinach described moments of sleepless nights, quiet tears, and the fear that their bond might not survive the intensity of her rising fame. Her husband, who had remained almost invisible to the public, became her anchor. He supported her spiritually, emotionally, and practically. In her words, he provided the calm in the storm, guiding her back to faith and reminding her of why they had committed to each other in the first place. Yet, it was not easy. There were arguments, misunderstandings, and moments of profound uncertainty. It was a real, raw struggle that no fan had ever witnessed. The shocking part of this revelation was the extent of the pressure they endured. Sinach admitted that there were moments when even she questioned whether their marriage could withstand the demands of a public life, intertwined with global ministry. There were rumors swirling in the media, speculations from fans, and even whispers from within their community that tested their resilience. But rather than letting the negativity break them, the couple leaned on each other and their shared faith, ultimately emerging stronger and more united. What makes this story even more astonishing is that Sinach revealed she almost walked away at one point. The pressure was overwhelming, and the weight of expectations felt unbearable. Yet, her husband's patience, love, and unwavering support convinced her to stay and fight for their relationship. That decision, she says, became the turning point in both her personal life and her career. And here's the twist that left many viewers in disbelief. Sinach shared that the very challenges that almost threatened their marriage became a source of inspiration for some of her most iconic songs. The lyrics that resonated with millions worldwide were born from real-life struggles she and her husband overcame together. Songs like Waymaker didn't just come from spiritual insight alone. They emerged from a place of vulnerability, pain, hope, and ultimately, triumph. But as incredible as this story is, there's another layer that fans never expected. Sinach went on to reveal a revelation about her husband's role in her life that redefined the meaning of partnership and trust. And it's a truth that very few people knew until now. By now, fans thought they had a full picture of Sinach's marriage, a loving, supportive husband and a resilient wife, navigating the pressures of global fame together. But what she revealed next completely rewrote the story of her personal life, and it's something that very few people expected. Sinach admitted that her husband has been more than a silent supporter. He has been an active partner in her ministry. Behind closed doors, he has contributed to songwriting sessions, offered insights into her lyrics, and even helped shape touched millions of lives. What makes this revelation extraordinary is that the public had never seen or even suspected this level of involvement. Fans were moved by her music, but few realized that the man she loved was a creative force behind the scenes, helping to craft the very songs that made her a global icon. She shared stories of late nights in their home where he would quietly read drafts of lyrics, offer suggestions, and challenge her to dig deeper into the meaning of her songs. Some of her most powerful anthems, she confessed, were born from conversations that happened at their kitchen table, moments of intimacy and collaboration that no camera or audience ever witnessed. But it wasn't just about music. Sinach revealed a secret that truly shocked everyone. Her husband had once made a major personal sacrifice to protect their marriage and her career. Without going into all the details, she hinted at a decision he made early on that shielded their family from public scrutiny, rumors, and potential scandals. This act, she explained, allowed her to focus fully on her calling and career without compromising their family's peace and privacy. What makes this even more remarkable is that his influence extended beyond the home. Sinach described him as a spiritual advisor, someone who challenges her to grow, reflects on her decisions, and reminds her of her purpose. His guidance, she said, was often the invisible thread holding her ministry together. While the world saw the fame, the awards, and the sold-out concerts, the real strength came from a partnership built on trust, sacrifice, and shared faith. And here's where the story takes a truly jaw-dropping turn. Sinach revealed that at a critical point in her career, her husband made a decision that no one else could have predicted. A choice that risked everything, but ultimately ensured their marriage and family would survive. This decision was kept secret for years, known only to them, and is the reason fans never saw the cracks in their seemingly perfect relationship. The gravity of the secret left fans speechless. It wasn't just a story about love and support. It was a story about resilience, courage, and a deep, unwavering commitment that transcended fame and fortune. And while Sinach has always been known for inspiring others through her music, this revelation showed that the foundation of her success is built on something far more personal and profound, a love and partnership that endured trials most of us can hardly imagine. After all the rumors, speculation, and hidden truths, Sinach finally revealed the most intimate and astonishing part of her story. A revelation about her marriage that left fans around the world speechless. For decades, she had maintained a perfect balance between her global ministry and her personal life. But the truth, she admitted, was far more complex and profound than anyone imagined. Sinach disclosed that her husband has been her unwavering spiritual partner, not just in life, but in ministry. He has walked beside her through every triumph and every trial, often making sacrifices that the world will never see. According to her, there were moments when he chose to step back publicly, allowing her to shine while simultaneously bearing the burden of protecting their family and their marriage from the pressures of fame. His quiet, selfless acts created a shield around Sinach, enabling her to focus on her calling without fear of distraction or interference. The most shocking part of her confession, however, was the revelation that her husband had been the emotional and spiritual backbone during some of the most challenging seasons of her life. Sinach revealed that there were times when she doubted herself, when the weight of expectation, travel, and ministry threatened to break her spirit. But her husband's unwavering faith, encouragement, and counsel kept her grounded. He reminded her that their bond was bigger than fame, bigger than public approval, and ultimately bigger than the music itself. What made this revelation even more powerful was Sinach's admission that the trials they faced together were not obstacles, but catalysts. The hardships, the moments of doubt, the sacrifices, all of it contributed to the depth of their connection, the richness of her music, and the authenticity that fans so deeply resonate with. She explained that without her husband's guidance and partnership, some of her most celebrated songs might never have been written, and her ministry might not have reached the heights it has today.